The background and reasons for Montana's decision to ban TikTok in the state. TikTok is a popular social media app that allows users to create and share short videos with music, filters, and other effects. The app has over 1 billion active users worldwide, many of them young people who enjoy its fun and creative features. However, TikTok has also been the subject of controversy and scrutiny due to its ownership by ByteDance, a Chinese tech company. Some U.S. officials and lawmakers have expressed concerns that TikTok could pose a national security threat by collecting personal data from American users and sharing it with the Chinese government or spreading pro-Beijing propaganda and misinformation. These fears have led to several attempts to ban or restrict TikTok in the U.S., both at the federal and state level. In 2020, former President Donald Trump issued an executive order that sought to ban TikTok unless it was sold to a U.S. company. However, the order was blocked by several court rulings and never took effect. In 2021, President Joe Biden revoked Trump's order and launched a broader review of foreign-owned apps that could pose a risk to U.S. data privacy and security. In December 2021, Biden also banned TikTok from all federal employee devices, citing potential espionage and cyber threats. Meanwhile, some states have also taken action against TikTok, either by banning it from government devices or by passing legislation that would prohibit its use within their borders. Montana became the first state to do so on May 17, 2023, when Republican Governor Greg Gianforte signed a bill that outlawed TikTok in the state. The bill, SB 419, prohibits any entity from offering or providing access to TikTok within Montana's jurisdiction. It also requires app stores to make TikTok unavailable for download by Montana residents. The bill imposes a penalty of $10,000 per violation and an additional $10,000 per day for each day the violation continues. The bill was sponsored by Republican Senator Steve Heinbach, who argued that TikTok was a threat to Montana's sovereignty and security. He said that TikTok was collecting personal data from Montanans and sending it to China, where it could be used for malicious purposes. He also claimed that TikTok was censoring content that was critical of China or supportive of human rights causes, such as the Hong Kong protests or the Uyghur genocide. He said that Montana had a duty to protect its citizens from foreign influence and interference. Governor Gianforte echoed these sentiments when he signed the bill into law. He said that he was banning TikTok in Montana to protect Montanans' personal and private data from the Chinese Communist Party. He said that TikTok posed a significant risk to sensitive state data and national security. However, not everyone agrees with Montana's decision to ban TikTok. The bill faced opposition from some lawmakers, civil rights groups, technology experts, and business owners who argued that it was unconstitutional, unenforceable, and unnecessary. They said that the bill violated the First Amendment rights of Montanans by restricting their freedom of expression and access to information. They also said that the bill was based on unfounded allegations and fears about TikTok's data practices and content moderation policies. They pointed out that TikTok had repeatedly denied any ties or obligations to the Chinese government and had taken steps to ensure the safety and privacy of its users. They said that TikTok had established a U.S.-based team and a third-party oversight board to oversee its operations and content decisions. They also said that TikTok had created a transparency center where experts and regulators could inspect its source code and data security protocols. They said that TikTok had complied with all U.S. laws and regulations regarding data protection and national security. They also questioned how Montana would be able to enforce its ban on TikTok, given the technical challenges and legal hurdles involved. They said that app stores did not have the ability to geo-fence apps on a state-by-state basis, making it impossible for them to block TikTok downloads in Montana. They also said that Montanans could easily circumvent the ban by using virtual private networks, VPNs, or other tools that would mask their location or identity online. They said that Montana would face legal challenges from TikTok and other parties who would argue that the ban was unlawful and discriminatory. They also warned that Montana's ban on TikTok could have negative economic consequences for the state. They said that many small businesses in Montana relied on TikTok as a platform for advertising, marketing, and reaching new customers. They said that banning TikTok would deprive them of a valuable tool for growing their businesses and generating revenue. They also said that banning TikTok would hurt Montana's reputation as a tech-friendly and innovative state. TikTok itself has vowed to fight back against Montana's ban, saying that it infringed on the rights of its users in the state. It said that it wanted to reassure Montanans that they could continue using TikTok to express themselves, earn a living, and find community as it continued working to defend their rights inside and outside of Montana. Montana's ban on TikTok is set to take effect in January 2024, unless it is overturned or delayed by legal action or other factors. It is likely to face significant opposition and resistance from various stakeholders who believe that it is unjustified and harmful. Montana's ban on TikTok is also likely to set a precedent for other states who may consider following suit or taking similar measures against other foreign-owned apps or platforms. It is also likely to influence the ongoing debate at the federal level about how to regulate and oversee apps like TikTok that pose potential risks or benefits for you. Interests. The legal and political challenges and implications of the ban for TikTok, its users, and the state government. Montana's ban on TikTok is unprecedented and controversial. It is the first state in the U.S. to completely prohibit the app, which has over 100 million users in the country and is owned by the Chinese tech company ByteDance. The ban is expected to face legal challenges from TikTok, its users, and civil rights groups, who argue that it violates the First Amendment rights of free speech and expression. The ban is based on the claim that TikTok poses a significant risk to the personal and private data of Montanans, as well as to national security, by potentially allowing the Chinese government to access or influence information on American citizens. However, TikTok denies any wrongdoing and says it has a plan to protect you. Users' data and content. The app also says it empowers hundreds of thousands of people across Montana to express themselves, earn a living, and find community. The ban will take effect in January 2024 and will require app stores to make TikTok unavailable for Montana residents. It will also impose a penalty of $10,000 per violation and per day for any entity that offers or enables access to the app within the state. The Montana Department of Justice will be responsible for enforcing the ban. The ban will have significant implications for TikTok, its users, and the state government. For TikTok, it will mean losing a portion of its market share and revenue, as well as facing legal costs and reputational damage. For its users, it will mean losing access to a popular platform for entertainment, education, socialization, and business. For the state government, it will mean dealing with potential lawsuits, public backlash, and technical challenges. The ban will also set a precedent for other states and the federal government to follow suit or take different approaches to regulate TikTok and other foreign-owned apps. The ban will likely spark a debate on how to balance national security interests with individual rights and freedoms in the digital age. The potential impacts and consequences of the ban for the rest of the U.S. and the global internet landscape. Montana's ban on TikTok is an unprecedented move that could have far-reaching implications for the rest of the U.S. and the global internet landscape. The ban, which is set to take effect in January 2024, prohibits downloads of TikTok in the state and would fine any entity that offers the ability to access the app or download it. The ban is likely to be challenged legally by TikTok and civil rights groups, who argue that it infringes on the First Amendment rights of Montana residents and users. The ban is motivated by concerns that TikTok, which is owned by the Chinese tech company ByteDance, could pose a threat to national security and personal privacy by allowing the Chinese government to access information on American citizens or push pro-Beijing misinformation. Montana's governor, Greg Gianforte, said that he banned TikTok to protect Montanans' personal and private data from the Chinese Communist Party. Montana is not alone in its distrust of TikTok. More than half of U.S. states and the federal government have banned TikTok on government-owned devices, and former President Trump tried to force a sale of TikTok's U.S. operations to an American company in 2020, but the deal was never finalized. The ban could have several potential impacts and consequences for the rest of the U.S. and the global internet landscape. Some of them are: the ban could spark a legal battle over the constitutionality and enforceability of state-level bans on internet platforms. The ban could face challenges on the grounds that it violates free speech, interstate commerce, and federal preemption laws. The ban could also be difficult to implement, as app stores may not have the ability to geo-fence apps on a state-by-state basis, and users may be able to circumvent the ban by using virtual private networks or other methods. The ban could create a digital divide between Montana and other states that allow TikTok. The ban could affect hundreds of thousands of Montana residents and users who use TikTok for entertainment, expression, education, or income. The ban could also affect businesses, influencers, creators, and educators who rely on TikTok as a marketing tool or a source of revenue. The ban could deprive them of access to a large and diverse audience, as well as potential opportunities and collaborations with other TikTok users across the US and the world. The ban could influence other states or countries to follow suit or take similar actions against TikTok or other foreign-owned internet platforms. The ban could set a precedent for other states or countries to impose their own restrictions or regulations on internet platforms based on national security or privacy concerns. The ban could also escalate tensions between the US and China over technology and trade issues, as well as affect the global internet governance and norms. The ban could have unintended consequences for innovation and competition in the social media market. The ban could reduce consumer choice and diversity in the social media market, as well as stifle innovation and creativity among social media platforms. The ban could also benefit rival platforms such as Snapchat and Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, who see TikTok as a competitive threat and have been trying to emulate its features and appeal.